Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to tell you about spinal cord. Spinal cord is a part of central nervous system. It is a continuation of medulla oblongata. As I said, it is a continuation of medulla oblongata. It does not mean that spinal cord is a component of foramen magnum. When we tell about foramen magnum, when we tell about the component present in the foramen magnum, spinal cord is not included in that. It extends from C1 vertebrae to the lower border of L1 vertebrae. The motor and the sensory signals from different part of our body goes to brain via spinal cord. Now what are these motor signals and sensory signals? Motor signals are the signals sent by the brain to the muscles, and sensory signals are the signals which our body, different part of our body, gives to the brain. This is a rough diagram of spinal cord. I have said that the spinal cord extends from C1 vertebra to the lower border of L1 vertebra. To the lower border of L1 vertebra. Spinal cord is covered by pia mater, which also terminates at the lower border of L1 vertebra. After terminating at the lower border of L1 vertebra, it continues as a thin sheet, like thin filament, until the coccyx. This filament is known as phylum terminal. And outside the pia mater, there is a membrane known as arachnoid membrane, which you can see it terminates at the upper border of S2 vertebra. You can also see there is a space between arachnoid membrane and pia mater. This space is known as subarachnoid space. And at the lower end of the spinal cord, the width of the subarachnoid space increases, hence it is known as lumbar cistern. When the spinal cord terminates at the lower border of the vertebrae, it terminates in the form of a triangle. This triangular area is known as conus medullaris. This is a second diagram of spinal cord. As I have said, this is spinal cord. This is the pia mater which covers the spinal cord. This is the arachnoid membrane outside the pia mater. In between the pia mater and arachnoid membrane, there is a space. This space is known as subarachnoid space, which contains cerebrospinal fluid. You can see some horse-tail-like structures arising from the lower border of spinal cord, especially from this triangular region known as conus medullaris. This horse-tail-like structure going up to the coccyx region is known as cauda inguina. This is the section of spinal cord in which I have shown as the gray matter is present inside the spinal cord and white matter is outside the spinal cord, which is exactly opposite to that of the brain, in which in brain white matter is present inside and the gray matter is present outside. In spinal cord contain three horns: posterior horn, intermediate horn and anterior horn. Now we will go in detail to study about the anterior horn. Anterior horn contain motor nucleus. I have said what is motor system. The brain gives signals to the muscle to do various activities like standing, running, etc. This signal is known as motor signal and it is sent by motor nucleus. Hence, anterior horn contain motor nucleus. Anterior horn have three parts, that is lateral part, intermediate part and medial part. These three parts provide motor supply to various muscles. For example, lateral part gives motor supply to axial limb muscle, upper limb and lower limb. Intermediate part provide motor supply to phrenic nerve and spinal accessory nerve. Medial part provide motor supply to axial muscles. And this is the next content, that is intermediate horn. The intermediate horn contain central nervous system. Intermediate horn contain two parts, that is medial part and lateral part. Medial part gives pathway to parasympathetic chain, and lateral part gives sympathetic chain. This is the next part, that is posterior horn. Posterior horn contains sensory nucleus. All the sensory information from different part of our brain comes to the posterior horn. The sensory nucleus are such as substantia gelatinosa, nucleus proprius, nucleus dorsalis, and visceral afferent. And what are the function of each and every sensory nucleus? Is that substantia gelatinosa gives fibers to spinothalamic tract. Nucleus proprius gives fibers to dorsal column tract, and nucleus dorsalis gives column to spinocerebellar tract, and visceral afferent gives fibers to all the visceral organ from which the sensory impulses comes towards the sensory nucleus present in the posterior horn. That's it, guys. Thank you. If you like this video or like the concept that I told, please like, comment and subscribe. Thank you, guys.